Welcome back to the Final 24 Hours channel, the channel that takes you deep inside the last day on Earth of the world's most famous and infamous figures. We uncover what really happened in their final 24 hours alive. Today's video will be the final 24 hours in the life of Temptations lead singer David Ruffin. He was the golden voice of Motown, smooth, fiery, and unforgettable. David Ruffin, the man who made My Girl immortal, rose from the cotton fields of Mississippi to the top of the music world, but his fame came with demons. And on one summer night in 1991, those demons would finally win. This is the final 24 hours of David Ruffin. It's Saturday, June 1st. David Ruffin wakes up in Philadelphia, 50 years old. Still performing, still chasing redemption. He's living with a friend, in between gigs. On the wall, photos of the Temptations, and one gold record that reads, "Ain't Too Proud to Beg." The world remembers him as a superstar. But lately, life has been harder. Drugs, money troubles, legal battles. Yet, that morning, he's full of plans. He wants to get back in the studio, make a comeback, and remind the world who he really is. Ruffin meets up with fellow soul singer Johnny Washington. They talk about a new recording session. Ruffin laughs, full of energy. Those who saw him that day said he looked upbeat, talking about his kids, his music, and a reunion tour with the original Temptations. Ruffin, flipping through his notebook, humming a tune, he was ready to turn the page. But by nightfall, the past would catch up to him once again. Later that evening, Ruffin meets with a friend named Donald Brown. The two head to a row house in a rough neighborhood, a place known for drugs and late-night crowds. What happens next is hazy, pieced together from police reports and witness statements. Some say Ruffin was there to celebrate a good night. Others say he was there to score drugs. Sometime after 2 a.m., David Ruffin collapses inside the row house. Those around him panic. They say he'd taken a fatal mix, too much of what had already stolen years of his life. Donald Brown helps Ruffin into his car, speeding toward the hospital. They drive through the empty streets of Philadelphia, hoping to save him, but by the time they reach the emergency room, it's too late. David Ruffin is pronounced dead at 3:55 a.m. He was just 50 years old. What followed only deepened the mystery. His body was left at the hospital with no identification and nearly $2,500 in cash missing. It would take days before his family even learned he was gone. Fans around the world are stunned. How could a voice so pure, a man who sang with the fire of a generation, end up lost and forgotten? To them, he was still that voice, the one that made people believe in love, pain, and soul. David Ruffin's story was tragic, but his gift was eternal. He brought emotion to every note, fire to every song, and truth to every word. Even today, his voice is everywhere in the roots of R&B, soul, and pop. A reminder that talent can touch the heavens, even if the man himself struggles here on earth. The last 24 hours of David Ruffin's life were marked by pain and loss, but his music remains pure soul. Every time you hear My Girl, remember the man who gave it its heart, David Eli Ruffin. January 18, 1941, June 1st, 1991. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you will be instantly notified of new videos. See you on the next one.